Hi guys, welcome to this last part of section 3.2. So now we're going to talk a little bit about modeling here. So let's just jump right into it. I've got example 2 here. You are choosing between two plans at a discount warehouse. Plan A offers an annual membership fee of $80 and you pay 70% of the manufacturer's recommended list price, and Plan B offers an annual membership fee of $50 and you pay 90% of the manufacturer's recommended list price. How many dollars of merchandise would you have to purchase in a year to pay the same amount of money under both plans, and what will be the cost for each plan? So in this case then, we want to model this out similar to what we were doing in the last section of word problems. And we're basically trying to say here, right, that we want plan A to equal plan B. So if you want, maybe pause the video and see if you could model out each of those plans and then hit play when you're ready. So for plan A, so it says that it's an annual membership fee of $80 and then it's 70% of the manufacturer's recommended list price. So remember that the word of generally means that we want to use multiplication. So it's $80 plus 0.7 X, whatever the list price is. We don't know what the list price is. And then for the other one, so for plan B, it says a membership fee of $50 and then a 90% of the recommended list price. So this would be the other side. And so this would be 50 plus 0.9x. And so this is the setup, and now we can use our handy dandy way of clearing out decimals to finish this. So I want to move all of my decimals over one to the right. So I am going to move this one over here. I'm going to move this one this way. I'm going to move this invisible decimal here and then move this one. And so this comes out to be what I really need to solve is 800 plus 7x equals 500 plus 9x. So now this is what I'll solve. So I'll go ahead and subtract off the 500 here, and then in the interest of space, I'll also subtract off the 7x. So what I get here is 300 equals 2x. Divide each side by 2, and I get x equals 150. So it would have to be $150 worth of merchandise for these plans to be the same. And then it also says what will be the cost for each plan. So to figure that out, now you have to plug in 150 into one of these plans. This is 80 plus 0.7 times 150. And if I work that out, that comes out to 185. Okay, so now let's take a look at example 3 here. After a 60% reduction, you purchase a new soft drink machine on sale for $240. What was the original price of the soft drink machine? So we're trying to figure out the original price, and kind of notice here this phrase after a 60% reduction. So the key here is to figure out what that means. What does it mean to be a reduction? That's really talking about subtracting something off. And this 60%, what does this 60% mean? It's 60% of the original price, right? So these actually kind of go together. So what we're trying to figure out here is the original price. So just think about how a reduction works. What do you start with? Well, you start with the original price, which we don't know, so we're just going to call that x for right now. Now, how would I represent taking a reduction of 60% off of this price? This is my starting point, right? So to take away 60% of that, I would have to subtract off 0.6 times the original price. This is the idea of 60% of the price, right? That would mean multiplication. And this minus sign is what would indicate that we've got that reduction. And after I do this, what is the new price? The new price is 240. So here's the work that would go into this. So now I can go ahead and solve this. And once again, I can move all my decimals. So this, remember, has an invisible 1 in front of it. So if I move this decimal here, move this decimal over 1, and move this decimal over 1 spot, now I can go ahead and solve this. So this is going to turn into 10x minus 6x equals 2,400. So this is 4x equals 2,400, and if I divide both sides by 4, I will get that x is $600. So this is the original price. So now for this last one. So it says I have a 6% sales tax and an inn charge is $167.48 a night. Find the inn's nightly cost before tax is added. So to set this one up, so we're trying to find the cost before tax. So what that means is I had the original price, and then I had the 6% tax. So that's 6% of the original price, and if I add those all up, that's what's going to give me this total. So I don't know what the original price is, so I'm going to write that in as x. So this turns into x plus 0.06x equals 167.48. And now I can move all the decimals. So remember, there's like an invisible 1 in front of this x, and so the decimal is here. So I'm going to move this 2 spots, I'm going to move this 2 spots, and I'm going to move this 2 spots. So then I get 100x plus 6x equals 167.48. So now I've got 106x equals 167.48, and then I can divide both sides by that 106. And I will get that the price of the room was $158 before tax. And so that will do it. So that's all I've got for you in this video. So if you have any questions or feedback, feel free to leave a comment, and otherwise I'll see you guys in the next video.